Hi everybody. I thought we'd try and do this Ladybug thing tonight rather than anything else. I thought this would be kind of fun to do. So what I'm getting ready to do is pour out some doohickeys, some diamonds. Yeah, as you can see, I'm working out of bags, which I don't really like doing, but that's all right. It'll work. It'll do. These are all rhinestones, and so over here. Okay, I hope you can see that. I'm going to try to keep you dead center if I can. Now this is number 2, which is a red rhinestone. I hope my hand is out of you. No, it's still in the way. Oh well. There's nothing I can do about it. Because turn it. Maybe. Let's see. I am trying to get you adjusted to where I can't do it. I'm not. This is just the wrong angle. Okay. Now we just have to make do with what we got, right? Anyhow, I haven't worked on this in a couple of days. I've been working on other stuff, trying to get it done. And so I decided tonight would be a good night to work on the ladybugs for a little while. Yeah. I was sitting at my desk here and was working on balancing my checkbook and paying my bills, that kind of stuff. The stuff that we all do every time we get our checks in. Anyhow, and all of a sudden I got so chilled. And it's not that cold here. I mean, it's like 60, 62 degrees, something like that. But yeah, I got a really, really sudden chill. And so I had to stop. And I went and took a hot shower. And you get all bundled up. You'd think it was wintertime, right? Get all bundled up. And then I finally went and I had to lay back down and get up under the covers because I was cold. And that's kind of odd. And then, so I laid around and watched videos and dozed a little bit, that kind of thing. And so I finally crawled off of my bed and out from under the covers about, I don't know, about 7, I guess. And I laid down. It was about 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. And so I didn't get anything done today. Yeah. So I went out to the kitchen and made myself a pot of hot tea. And I poured it in this thermos that I've got so I can keep it hot. And I dug out my 7 or 8 hour candles that I have. These little tea lights. They're good for like 7 hours or something. And so I dug a couple of them out, got those lit up, got the door closed. You would think I was freezing to death, wouldn't you? But anyway, so I got myself some hot tea, got myself my candles burning so that way it keeps it warm in here. Got my favorite cup. Let's see if you can see that. Probably not. Let's try it. Here's my tea, as you can see, but I don't want to spill my tea. Oop, let's flip it over this way. Anyway, it says Crazy Cat Lady across there, and it's got a whole bunch of cats. Anyhow, that's my favorite cup. And so anyway, so that's what we're doing tonight. We're gonna stay in the bedroom. We're gonna hide out where it's warm, and hopefully this will settle down. Because I have a tendency. I'm cold natured, I guess. I get cold very, very easily now compared to what it was. My daughter used to laugh and tell me that I should have been born and raised in Alaska, because I was like an old polar bear. I love the cold. But boy, I gotten older, not so much. Yeah, I feel the cold a lot more now than I ever have. And so anyway, so it's, the penalties of getting old, I guess. And I did do a little bit of cross stitching this morning. And so I didn't do a whole lot today. I mean, mostly I was just trying to stay in the room and stay warm. I love this bright red crystals. See, normally I don't really care for the color of red normally, but this bright crystal with the red crystals, I like those. Those are pretty. They're nice and shiny. And so anyway, are you able to see all of this? Let's see. I can barely see it myself. There we go. And so anyway, I thought we'd work on this for a little while. Eventually I'm going to get it done, and it's going to end up on the back of my door. Yeah, and as soon as the weather picks up a little bit, where it's not quite so nasty, I think I'm going to have to start really cracking down and sealing a lot of these paintings that I've got. Get them sealed and whatnot, so I can either hang them or I can put them in the book. So that's what we're working on. Yeah, I'm still trying to talk my daughter into sitting down and working on the Care Bears that I got, a week ago? Because I think she would enjoy doing it if she ever got a chance to just sit down and do it. But what can I say? She's a TikTok girl. And she spends a lot of time on TikTok. Yeah. Me, I'd rather diamond paint or cross stitch or something like that rather than, being on the internet and finding out what all the crazy people are doing. I was watching the lady, she was doing cross stitch. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. But it was called ASMR. ASMR. There was no music, no talking, just cross stitch. All right. And it was really nice to watch her. You know, she started it from the very beginning. Unfortunately, it was counted, okay? But she started it from the very beginning, graded it, you know, the whole 9 yards. You know, she made looking like putting, you know, the grid marks. And she made the looking like the grid marks were so easy to do. And I'm going, geez, I wish I could figure that out. But mine always end up being off, so, you know. Yeah. And if, I think her name is Susan, if she'll send me an email, I can pack up all those cross stitches, those counted cross stitches that we talked about, and I can get them mailed to you. But I need a mailing address, you know, a post office box or something like that, or, you know, and that way I can box them up and I'll send them to you. Because I know me, you know, I'm not going to be doing any counted cross stitch. So I would be more than happy to send you some, you know, and it won't cost you a thing. Just give me a mailing address so I can mail them to you. You know, I just want to see, you know, I just want to see them go to someone that will try to, you know, try to do them, or if not, maybe you can find someone to give them to, because they're all in good shape. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that I started out and was going to do it, and I was going to do, you know, count it, and yeah, right. Didn't work out. Let's put it that way. And so I went back to the printed, and I got all these, you know, counted cross stitch patterns, and they're just sitting there. And I would rather see somebody use them rather than just sitting there gathering dust, you know. So if you'll send me a mailing address, I'll try to get them out to you as quick as I can. Because, you know, mailing, you know, cross stitch is not that expensive. You know, it's not like it's, you know, 150-pound box. You know, it's only, you know, I don't even know what the weight would be, but it's not that much. And if nothing else, I can send you a few, wait a few weeks, and then send you a few more if I have to. You know, whichever. I just want someone that'll give it a shot and try to do it. And if I can save someone a few dimes, you know, and not have to go out and buy them, then that'll work for me. I just don't want to see them sit here and go to waste. Because I know me, I'm never going to get back to them. My daughter's not going to do them. She doesn't like cross stitch at all. And I don't know any cross stitchers other than people on, you know, here on YouTube. And so if you're interested, just make sure, you know, just get me a mailing address, you know, a post office box or a friend's address or something. I don't care. And I'll just mail it to you, and that way you can do whatever you want to with them. You can work them, or you can, you know, sell them, or you can give them away as gifts. It does, you know, whatever floats your boat, you know, as long as somebody's getting some kind of use out of them. This is looking pretty good, isn't it? Man. Yeah, I got quite a bit done on that fall train track. I got a lot done on that one the other day. Come on. The only thing about this particular pen is you've got to continuously be loading the wax. But I like this particular pen with rhinestones because it's this type. It's got kind of a little bit wider of a tip, and that's why I like to use it with the rhinestones. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how is everybody else doing? If you're in Florida, hopefully you survived the hurricane and all the winds and the crazy weather. Yeah, I know my brother, we heard from I heard from my brother. He was on the internet and let us know that he was doing all right. And then I heard from my granddaughter Emily. We heard from them, and they seem to be doing okay. And then I got my daughter got a message from her brother's wife, and they're doing okay. So everybody seems to be all right in our family. Thank God for that. Yeah. Yeah, when things start happening, I kind of keep an eye on Facebook because most of the family are on Facebook and they're usually communicating back and forth with each other. And so I kind of, listen in basically. I'm just an observer, more or less. And I make sure that, find out if they're doing okay or what's happening within the family, that kind of thing. Because I'm not really big on social media that much. To me, the stepping out and becoming part of the social media crowd is doing YouTube videos. That's as close as I've got to it. And so I need to do it more often, but I don't. So I'm usually the ones that's standing in or sitting in a corner somewhere just listening, watching. Not saying much, but learning a lot, But that's just the way I am, I guess. Hang on, I'm going to take a sip of my tea before it gets cold. Yeah, I put creamer in my tea. A lot of people don't, but I do. I put that sugar-free French vanilla creamer. It's a liquid. Put that in my tea, and so that way, and it's sweet enough. I don't have to use any artificial sugar or anything. And that's how I drink my tea. I eat regular tea, and then it tastes like French vanilla. Yeah, which is fine. Works for me. I used to drink coffee, but I'm not too much of a coffee drinker anymore. my my stomach and stuff won't tolerate it anymore. So I've had to switch to tea. So I don't know. There's something in coffee that irritates my stomach, and I used to drink coffee all the time, but Not anymore. Hang on. What do you want, Boo-Boo? What? What do you want? What do you want, baby? Huh? What's the matter? Huh? What? She's hanging over the back of my chair, whining at me. That's my daughter's dog, Boo-Boo. Yeah, we call her Boo-Boo, but her actual name is Blue Anna Moon. I had to stop and think about it for a second. And but we just call her Boo-Boo. And she's a little pit mix. What? What do you want? Huh? There. Is that what you want? You want some attention? Yeah, she's such a good girl. Yes, she is. I was I was gonna move the camera so you could see her, but she's not gonna cooperate. She does not like having her pictures taken. But anyway, yeah, she's on my bed, and my desk and my chair is right next to my bed, and she's leaning over the space between them, hanging on the back of my chair, and she's about, I don't know, she's about 35, 40 pounds, you know, and she's a small variety of black and white pit bull. She's mostly white with black spots. And she's just as sweet as can be. You couldn't ask for a better dog. She's really, really smart. And she's actually very gentle. A lot of people think pit bulls are these big, bad dogs, but actually they're not. It all depends on how they're raised. Now, if you raise them to be aggressive, yeah, they're going to be aggressive. All right? But if you raise them to be gentle around children and whatnot, they are just fine. You know, they're just like any other dog. Unfortunately, too many people use pit bulls and Rottweilers and animals like that as status symbols. And I'm sorry, but you just don't do that. That's like having children to use as status symbols. I mean, come on, that's stupid. And we treat all of our animals like they're part, you know, like they're our babies. They are definitely a part of the family. And of course, they are all spoiled rotten. Yeah. Yeah, since old Dozer passed away, uh, we've only now still got the two dogs left. We've got Boo Boo, and then we got little old Nova. Nova, she's a dachshund, and actually she's a dachshund beagle mix, is what she is. But she's too smart for her own good, that dog is. And then she does what we call wooing. Her and Boo Boo both. They woo you. You know, you'll start talking to them, and then the next thing you know, they're talking back, and they're going, woo, 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 woo. And that's what we call our woo woo. Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? And anyway, so they both have, they're very opinionated. Oh, but anyway. Well, we're getting there. We're making some progress. Yeah. Hmm. What, boo-boo? What you want? What? Honey, you're too big for me to hold. Yeah, you are. You're too big for me to hold. Yeah. What? What? Sit there and lay your head on my shoulder. Yes, I love you too. You crazy dog. Sorry about that. She is an attention hog. She likes her attention. Yeah, I've got to finish up putting together my grocery list because gotta go grocery shopping tomorrow. So I hate going grocery shopping. It always costs me lots and lots of money. Money I'd rather spend somewhere else. Let's put it that way. Just I sit there and think about all the diamond paintings and cross stitch that I could be buying if it wasn't for having to buy groceries. Oh, that's bad, isn't it? Oh well. But hopefully everybody is had a good day today, and have a good day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, so it's church day for some people. You know, yeah, I don't go to church. One mainly because I don't have a car, and two, the buses that they have are actual vans, and I can't climb up into them. Physically, my poor old beat up body just can't take it. So I watch my church. I watch the service on the internet, and I follow along with them in my Bible. That's the best I can do. Yeah, I got some Bible tabs to put them in my Bible to, so that way it's easier to find the books of the Bible. And I need to sit down and do it. I just haven't done it. Being lazy. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get some more wax. But we're getting there. We're about halfway done. So, I have no idea what time we got on here. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I worked on the fall train tracks. Worked on those. And I worked on the diamond painting of Jesus' face in the cloud. Yeah, I worked on that one. And then I worked on the ones with just the fall colors in the valley. I can't remember the name of it. But I worked on that for a little while. So, and then yesterday I spent kitting up a couple of cross stitch patterns, kitting them up and getting them ready for when I'm ready to start a new one. I kitted up the one of the black cat with the pink flowers and stuff around it. I kitted that one up, and then I kitted up another one, and it looks like a cat that's dressed up in